everyone, Yensid Organist here. Welcome to another episode of Orgelcraft. I hope you guys are having a great day today. In the last episode, we did a ridiculous amount of work getting the bass finished up, and we still have a little bit of work to do, but for the most part, we are pretty much done, and I'm really excited to be wrapping this bass up, wrapping this first season up in the next couple episodes, because we're going to do a world tour in the next one. But today I thought we would go away from the bass and we would add a little bit of interest to the world. So we have this monorail line that runs from the base to the village and kind of takes a little bit of a scenic tour in between. The only problem is there's really nothing to see as you go along here. And so what I want to do today is I want to add a couple of fairly simple builds to the world along this monorail line, just to kind of give you something to see. And it's something that it's some things that we can expand upon in the future. But as you can see, we've got a lot of area out here that could really use some more interest. And so I've got a few different builds that I have in mind. Basically, what I want is something that we can see along every section of the trail. And obviously we have our farms here, and there are little things along the way. This is actually something we started on stream this week. I'm getting a big old wheat field done up here. Obviously, it needs to grow in, and it needs a little bit more. I want to get it planted more, and I think maybe build kind of like a retaining wall here. But I almost kind of want it to feel like this was built at one time, it was planted, and then it was abandoned. So that's one thing we're going to be doing. We're definitely going to be taking full advantage of this fractured savanna. I absolutely love this biome. I think it is so cool. So we're going to be building some things in here. And yeah, so I think I've got about maybe 5 or 6 that I want to do. And we'll do some of them together. We'll do some stuff off camera. So yeah, so let's get to work on that. It would be nice if the bass would finish rendering in. Yeah, so let me go get some materials together, and we will get to work. Welcome back, everyone. So we are here in the desert, and what else do you build in the desert but a pyramid? I thought this would be a nice build to tuck in here. Looks like we might have a little bit of an issue with a ravine there, but that'll be okay. So I've gone and marked out the corners. We're going to do a 30 by 30, so not a ridiculously large pyramid. Essentially all the sandstone that I had. But enough that it will catch your attention. So I've gone ahead and marked out the corners. So let's go ahead and get this put down. So let's just count and make sure. Actually, rather than doing that, work smarter, not harder. So we're just going to go ahead and place these down here. And that, and there we go. So at least I managed to count that properly. So that's what we have, but on its own, this is kind of boring. And so what I want to do is I want to add a little color to it. I'm actually taking inspiration from an Exuma Void build from, I think, Hermitcraft Season 5. So what we're going to do is go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16, and what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of purple concrete powder just as a little bit of an accent going up the center of each side, and then, whoops, not there, but we're going to go there, and that is what we are going to do, and then I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of carpet on top so that it remains spawn-proof. So I'm going to get to work on this, and I will bring you guys back in a little bit. Welcome back, everyone. We have a pyramid. Also, I grossly miscalculated the amount of resources that I need. In fact, I pretty much doubled what I thought I was going to need, so I have a ton left, and of course I've converted all these into stairs. So I might make a second smaller pyramid. One thing that I do want to do, though, there's this little hill along here, and we still need to terraform the bottom of that and fill some of that in. So I think what we're going to do is take this hill down and then use these resources to fill that in. So let me do a little bit of terraforming, and then I will bring you guys back when this little project is finished. And with just a few more blocks here, our second pyramid is done. After I did a little bit of calculating, I actually figured that I was able to make a pyramid almost the same size as our first one, and I thought that might be a little bit excessive. So this is about half the size. I think that the base on that one was 16, the base on that one was 30, and then the base on this one I did 16. So, yeah, so like I said, about half the size, and I think they look really nice, and I'm out of carpet. We got to get that done. Had quite the adventure in terraforming over here because, yeah, opened up quite the little sinkhole right there. So had to get a little creative with what I was doing as far as terraforming goes. And actually, I see one thing that is going to drive me crazy. So let's go ahead and fix that, and let's clean this up just a little bit. That's a little bit better. There we go. Okay, and I don't like that either. Not that you'll ever see this, but I don't know. It bugs me. So, yeah, so here are our two pyramids. I really like how they look next to each other. I love the purple here. It really just kind of makes this whole build pop out. Where do we need to finish this? Over here. There we go. And then as soon as I get this in, we will take out a little flyover and see what it looks like. And there we go. All right, so if we fly on over here, how's he coming through? Yeah, those look really, really nice, and just adds so much to an otherwise empty landscape. So cool. The next thing that I want to do is I actually want to do a little bit of a custom biome. And I'm not quite sure how far it's going to go, but this was something I was playing around with. And that is the idea of taking like the natural logs for the trees and oh, there it is. And then stripping them. So you have a kind of a texture that you don't normally see, and I really like how it looks with birch trees. And so what I essentially want to do is come through here, and if I can tuck this in before the tree... Oh, this one's starting to despawn. You got to be quick on these, because otherwise the leaves will start to despawn. I think we might have to call this one a loss. But yeah, so what we're going to do is just kind of come through here and strip all of the logs out. And I'm not quite sure. This is a fairly large birch forest, so we'll definitely do like this lower area here. And I might do... I don't know. I might do up onto the hill. We'll kind of have to see how it looks after I've got some of that done. So let me get to work on this, and I will bring you guys back when it is done. Welcome back, everyone, and our little mini custom biome is complete. So I've gone through and stripped out a lot of these birch trees, and I went in and added lilacs. There were a few of them clustered way over there, and I thought that the purple color of that looked really, really nice with this wood texture. So we just added a whole bunch in there. They're pretty much all at the front here because that was all that I had. So they're not all the way through, but again, this is something that you kind of see as you go by on the monorail. And then it kind of gives way to, the normal birch forest. But if we kind of go up and take a look from the air, you will see what we've got. So it comes right out to about this line, and then it transitions over to the normal. But I think it looks really nice. It looks very different. It's not something that is, standard Minecraft. So I think that looks really, really nice. I had a lot of fun doing this. It was definitely a longer project than I thought it was going to be. And it might be a little bit easier to just build the trees from the ground up. I don't know. Then you have to place all the leaves, so maybe not. But this was definitely a lot of fun to do. So this might be something we play around with more in the future. But yeah, I'm really happy with how these turned out. And so now we're going to move on to the next project. And I think what I want to do next is I want to build a house somewhere over in here, and I'm not sure exactly where. Maybe right out in the field, maybe up on this hill. I'll have to figure out exactly where I want to do that. But I was recently playing around in the first world that I ever made on Java, and I was looking at the house that I built there, and I actually really, really liked how it looked, and I thought it would be kind of fun to pull it into this world. So what we are going to do is we are going to recreate that somewhere in here. Again, I haven't figured out precisely where, but somewhere in this area, we are going to recreate that, and we are going to do that in the form of a time-lapse. So I hope you enjoy. Welcome back, everyone. Here is my first Minecraft house. Like, it looks really, really good. Added a little bit of landscaping around here. Added some trees just to kind of give it a little bit of character. Did some bushes, some rose bushes. Grew out the grass, added some more little flowers, and yeah, I'm really, really happy with it. I think it looks very nice in here, in this otherwise open landscape. Inside are spruce fluorescent torches. Yeah, never completed the interior on the first time I built this, and not really planning to use this other than a decorative build, so I'm not too concerned about doing anything on the inside. So that is another little project done. I think what I want to do next is I want to finish up this little wheat hill that we've got going on here, and I've had a little bit of an idea for how I want to do this. I'm not sure if that cow gets to stay or not. We'll just have to see. Yeah. In the meantime, while I'm getting things set here, on stream this past week, I went advancement hunting, trying to clear a whole bunch of things off of this advancement list, and we got quite a number of them done. So what I'm going to show you next is a little montage of getting the various advancements that we did. We beat the Ender Dragon early on. I think it was episode 12, but I didn't have a piston to be able to get the dragon egg. And it was something that I always meant to go back to do, and then I wanted to open up another end gateway to be able to go do some end busting. And when I resummoned the dragon, the egg went away and never came back. But I have discovered a way that we can get the egg to come in. So that is what we are going to do. What we are going to essentially start off doing is we're going to recreate the first dragon fight. So, because it's so easy with an elytra. So what I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to switch to a chest plate. I figured rather than fly, which is really easy, we would actually go in and do it the real way, and then be able to get our dragon egg. Because, that's kind of like, like the trophy to get in Minecraft. And it was just because I was an idiot that we didn't get it. Dragon fight time. Hopefully this won't break my wither cheeser. Here we go. And it is on. Here we go. All right. Let's see. There we go. You need a mint. My goal is to get enough of this that we never have to do this again. Let's see. Let's try that. Oh! Yep, that got it. Oh, that'll work. Alright, I think we can take on the dragon. There we go. But I believe, if this happened correctly, there should be an egg. Look at that. Piston. Lever. Dragon's egg! We got it! If this doesn't work, I'm calling it. Okay, here we go. Look, Mono Yensid. Is broken. I give up. I don't know. I have absolutely no idea. There we go. Sticky situation. An easy one. Okay. Goodbye. Yes. All right. Is this thing charged? It is now. Uh-oh. Ha yeah! Who is the pillager now? Ah, a volunteer. Haha, a throwaway joke. Oh, haha, look at that. 2, 1, serious dedication! Okay, one of you needs to go away. Oh, we got it! He's close! Come on! Come on! Where's my... Oh, good grief! How many of them are here? Okay. Come on, no. Come on. We can do this. Come on. Come on. Oh. My fire resistance ran out. I'm dead. Couldn't get them anywhere close, and then we had 4 of them right on top of the portal. We were so close. Welcome back, everyone. And here is our little wheat garden. As you can see, I spent a little bit of time around here allowing some of the wheat to grow. I need to spend a little bit more time AFK because it grows really, really slowly when there's no water source. But I will get that done, and that will be all nice and grown up there. So what I did was went and built this retaining wall around here, and I started with just the acacia logs and then the acacia planks, and then basically went around and, allowed a little bit of decay to set in. So you can see, like, some of the support logs have, like, fallen over and broken. You can see there's dirt coming through there. I went with jungle logs to kind of show like where some rot had occurred. You have water sitting on there for an extended period of time, and I actually think that those 2 colors look really, really well. You have the nice vibrant, and then you can see it's this weathered, maybe a little bit rotten look to it, and just went crazy with the bone meal, and so it's all overgrown, and you can see it's just kind of just falling apart. Clearly hasn't been, maintained in quite a while. And I think this looks really, really nice. I spent far too long on this, including having to gather entirely too much acacia. It was probably not the smartest palette to go with in terms of resource, because acacia is not the easiest wood to get. I now have a lot of it, though. So I really like how this looks. It's really a nice build that just kind of pops out as you're coming along. And yeah, so I also have a ton of resources in this chest, which I need to get rid of. So, not get rid of, but move into storage. So that is that. So the next thing we're going to do, and probably the last thing for this episode, is we are going to build a little bit in this fractured savanna. We actually found this in episode 1, and this is such a cool biome, and I really want to... I'm going to want to do more with this in the future. But for right now, we're just going to build maybe 2 or 3 little houses in and amongst all of these cliffs, and I need to do a little bit of scouting around to figure out exactly where I want to put them. But I think we'll be able to come up with something good. I also need to figure out. Oh no! Great, now I have 1 floating block. I need to figure out a little bit of a build palette. I think I'm gonna go with dark oak, because there is a dark oak forest over here, And we've done a lot with acacia. The problem is I want to be able to build on an angle like the supports for the houses, and obviously if we use acacia it's going to be orange. So we're going to have to figure something out for that. I'm leaving this floating island for now. I think I want to do something with it eventually. But yeah, so let me do a little bit of scouting, let me get some materials, and then we will come back and build a few houses up here. High above the monorail track in the fractured savanna, I have picked a spot for our first little house here. And I've been playing around in creative with a design, and I think I'm pretty happy with it. So what we're going to do to start is we are going to build some supports out here. And let's see if I can make this jump. There we go. So we're going to go 1. Nope, not there. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then what we're going to do from here is, I'm going to put down, let's see here. We'll just do that for right now. And then we are going to take acacia logs and bring them all the way back to the side of the mountain over here. There we go. And I actually want to go ahead and tear a little of this out, and we're gonna essentially have the logs go way back. I'm not gonna be able to hit all of that, but that's okay. So we're gonna do that, and then we'll break this one, and I believe I have acacia wood to go on the end, so you get that nice cap there. And then what we're going to do is we are going to alternate that with, I'm actually going to pull this wall back just a little bit here. We're going to alternate that with dark oak slabs going in between, like this. And then we're essentially going to build up a platform that is, I think it's going to be 9 wide. I'm using 5 sets of the logs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 will tuck back there. And we're going to bring these all the way out. All right, and then to finish this off, we're actually going to... I didn't plan this quite right. Because we need to be able to catch the underside like that. There we go. Can just barely snag that. There we go. And then we'll have to build up another support on this side, which we will do afterwards. And then the other thing that we are going to do is we're going to pop down in here. Take these out real quick. There. Whoops. Wrong place there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come from under here, and actually I'm on the wrong side. So what we're going to do is we're going to put another support coming in this way, which is going to get more difficult to do the closer we get. That's going to go there. Tell you what I'm going to do, and I'm going to put a temporary block out here that we can stand on. There we go. And we're going to bring that in, and then we're going to take this out. And then we'll just fill that in with a log. So it gives us a little bit of a Y support if I branch out here a little bit. Yeah, so that is our support structure here. Obviously, I will need to make one on the other side. And we'll have to fly back up there. But yeah, so there is our support. That's where we're going to be building this house. So now, let's actually start doing that. So what I settled on was spruce trapdoors, because I kind of wanted something that was, let's see here. This is going to be out the edge, so let's just go ahead and do this. I wanted something that was going to kind of be, you know, like a little bit of a lighter weight material. You know, because obviously, you know, if you're building, you know, way up in the air here, you know, you don't want something that is going to be a tremendous amount of weight. And so I decided to go with that. Plus, it gives you a little bit more space on the inside. Yeah, and so what we're going to do is we're going to essentially make these walls out of trapdoors. And I just realized I put those birch ones on the wrong place. So these are going to be our windows. And what we're going to do is we're just going to put them there, and those will be open there so that you can look out. And then let's do that. Nope, that's going to be wrong. I think we'll have to place them all, and then we can just go back. Take that out and replace it with the birch. Except that it needs to go on top. There we go. And then we're going to go ahead and put an acacia door right in there. So we've got our windows that have these little shutters that we can open and close if we need to. And there is the outside structure, and then the roof is going to be really simple and going to kind of be in two parts. So we're going to have the actual roof that is on top here, which I just can't reach. There we go. And that's going to come here. Let's actually go ahead and pull this out. There we go. So we're going to have this coming out from the stone itself. And then out the front, we're going to actually have an iron trapdoor awning, which I believe is going to come from here. Yes. But what that's going to do is that's going to come all the way out to the edge to give a little bit of a canopy. And then apparently I don't have any fence. So then we're going to bring some dark oak fence out this way, right to the edge, and then we will bring that across the front. And then we will do another railing on this side. And we're going to bring that, I think we're going to bring it there. Maybe one less. I haven't quite decided how we're going to get up to this place. But yeah, so then we'll bring the trapdoors all the way out. And I don't think I can quite reach the edge. I cannot. But then we will have fence posts going up to support that there. So we'll need to take this out so I can get on the outside. And then that'll come along there. That's all right. I need to sleep anyway. There we go. And then we will put our fences in there and replace that. And essentially that is our house. Now what we are going to do is we're going to come back in here and we're going to punch this way back into the cliff here. But that is that's a project for another time. I'm really just kind of trying to get one or maybe two. I'm definitely a little short on time, so we might only get one of these done, and this will be a project that we come back to. But essentially we're going to keep this coming along here. I don't know if I want to keep the dark oak going or if we want to transition to a different style of floor. But then what we're going to do is we're going to put these along the inside, and I don't have enough, and I'm out of spruce. So let's do, rather than all of this wall, let's just go ahead and break that down, and we will do that there. So that is what we've got. and then we need to get that other support built up. So let me do that real quick. All right, and there we have it. Now, as I'm looking at this, I feel like it could use like a little bit of cross bracing in the middle here. So let's maybe go, let's see here. Let's put this right there. And we'll bring this across, and then what we will do is we'll take this, which apparently I don't have enough of, and then we'll just bring this. Well, that's... What did I... Oh, I see what I did. Okay, so part of my problem was this beam here on the right was longer than the one on the left. But that's all right. We've got that sorted out now. And I think that looks good and looks much more stable. So then the only real other thing we need, if I could get up there, which apparently I can't, is a way up to this. And I have this image in my mind. If you've ever seen, I think it's like in the Himalayas, they have these temples that are like way up on top of a mountain, and they have these rickety old, little like bridges that kind of go up the side of the mountain, and it looks like, they're going to break at any second and send everyone on them plummeting to their dooms. And so that's kind of what I want to do, is to just have something like that wrap up here. So I need to figure out exactly what I want to do for that. So let me see if I can get that figured out and built, and I will bring you guys back when that's done. Welcome back, everyone. So the house is finished. It doesn't look like much from down here, but you can obviously see that there is a structure up there, and I have worked up a little path. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just put out a little warning right here. If you have an issue with heights, which can still be a thing in Minecraft, you might want to skip the next minute or so, because we are going to take a little trip up the mountain here. So I've got this little dark oak slab path. We've got some stairs holding things up. I had this nice little gap here, so we used some extinguished campfires, which I really like how those look. They don't quite match the wood, but that's all right. Yeah, and then we just keep working our way up. We don't look down. We just kind of hug the wall here. Now, I think in real life on these things, there's kind of like a rope along there, or there's a rope along the wall that you kind of like tether yourself to. Yeah, and I think I might put some kind of guardrail up here, but we don't look down. We just go up here, and we can look out over everything. But this has taken longer to build than I had hoped it would, so I don't think we're going to do another one right now. We will save that for a future project. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode today. If you did, please be sure to give it a like and share it with your friends. If you haven't already, I would encourage you to subscribe and make sure you click that little notification bell so you can stay up to date on all my latest posts. Be sure to follow me on social media, and I hope to see you Wednesday nights at 9:30 Eastern for our live stream. Thanks for watching. See you real soon.